Mhm, mhm. Hello and welcome to Living Abroad. It feels like it's been a long time since I've done one of these live streams. I'm just here at a friend's house. He's got a couple young kids, age, let me guess, 3 and 1. So if you guys hear any baby crying or screaming in the background, I've tried to isolate myself in one of the rooms so to reduce the noise as much as possible. So we got more people trickling in, and I'm sure you clicked on this thumbnail, this YouTube live stream specifically to find out my next destination. So um, don't be alarmed, not alarmed. Don't worry, I'm going to reveal it, of course. We have about 10 people right now on the live stream. Once we get around 40 or 50 or 5 or 10 minutes into the live stream, I'll go ahead and reveal it. I won't let you wait until the end of 2 hours. Sometimes these live streams go to find out where I'm going. I'm not that kind of guy to like bait you and all that. But I just want enough people to be here so we can go ahead and announce where I'm going. I'm very excited. And guys, let me know in the comment section if you can see me and hear me, and we'll get started. And as usual, we'll go ahead and highlight some questions and answer them. These streams usually start with one topic, but we end up talking about all kinds of stuff. So feel free to ask your questions, anything you want to share. I cannot wait to leave Canada, guys. So I'm going to go into all bunch of stuff. What's coming up with me? What's in the plans in the future for myself with this channel, with YouTube, my life, so on and so forth. Um, the Mad Mullah Hogster says yes, so he can hear me. Thank you so much. Don Murphy's here. Hey, from Vancouver. Hello, Don. Actually, I got a message from a subscriber letting me know that Kulas, Kyle, from Becoming Filipino, has come back to Canada for a few weeks. He's in Vancouver, so I will not be able to meet him or see him. He's just so far away. When Vancouver's like a few hours flight actually, so I won't be going there. So yeah, let's get into it. We got 27 people watching this, guys. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to give you a brief description of myself. I've been traveling full time for the past 3 years, and just recently, about a year and a half, I've been posting videos and creating this YouTube channel to share my experience with everybody, let you guys know what life is like abroad. Now let's talk about Canada a little bit. It's cold right now. It's only 5 degrees outside. It's raining. It's miserable. All my friends are at work. I'm just here by myself doing not too much. So I can't wait to leave. We're almost there at 2 minutes into the live. We got 40 people almost watching this, guys. If you're new to the channel, take a quick second, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's read some more comments and we'll get into where I'll be going next. Bob says loud and clear. Thank you, Bob. Don Murphy, I'm always happy to leave Canada. Can't blame you. Yeah. Hey, babes. ISO, ISO. Hey, what's going on? Um, Marie says, good luck. Thank you so much. Hey, Alex from Netherlands. Hey, good luck in the World Cup this year. Did you guys even make the World Cup? I can't remember. Sorry if you didn't. But, generally they're like 100% guaranteed in the World Cup. Hello from Kuwait, says Sab Sab Nun. Hey, hello, Kuwait. That's a great country I've never visited. Sergeant Ross said, good morning, Alice. Good to see you again. Good morning to everybody as well. Excuse the lighting. It's just horrible here. It's just so dark. But it's the most quiet room I could find. And I was going to do this live stream outside. I was going to take you guys for a walk around my neighborhood. But to be honest, my phone plan just finished yesterday. So I got a 1 month plan. I don't want to pay another $65 for 3 more days. I don't got that kind of money to waste. So my phone is only usable with Wi-Fi. So if I went for like a walk around the street, of course, I'll disconnect and you guys will not see me. Hello from Jane and Finch. ISO, ISO. I was there the other day grabbing me some nice Chinese chicken. Hey, Jane and Finch. Do I know you? I'm getting some nice Chinese chicken and fried rice at York Gate Mall. They got beautiful, delicious food. Oh, John Smith. Good morning, Alex. Hello to you as well. It's warm in BC, 22 Celsius here yesterday. That's pretty warm. Hello, Alex, says Grace Lee. Oh, I hate this Windows pop up every time. I got to close it. Sorry, 1 second. Grace says, hello, Alex. Nice to see you again. Have a nice day and stay safe. Thank you. Okay, so we're at 4 minutes into a live stream, 40 people watching. Wait another minute or two. Let's hit 50 before I reveal which country I'll be going to next. Actually, while we're here, what we can do is take a look at the poll that we did, right? We did a poll on the channel to see if someone can guess where I'm going. So that's kind of interesting. I'm going to reveal the poll on here, and let's see if we can go ahead and find out. Can I share my screen on this? Invite present. Maybe I can share my screen, right? Then everybody can see it. Let me know if you guys can see this. One moment. This might be kind of cool if I can share my screen and you guys can see the poll while I look at it live. Let's go into the poll. I did a poll on the channel asking you guys to guess which country I'm going to. I posted 4 countries. Let me see. YouTube. Bop, bop. The options were India, Mexico, Colombia, and what was the last one? Turkey, right? So let's see if you guys can guess which actual country I'll be going to. I'm going to jump into the YouTube and find out my community tab and see if I can share it with you guys. That'd be kind of cool. So here we go. Living abroad. That is my channel. Let's see. Click on my big face. We got that there. Community. Okay, here's the poll, guys. So actually, it's surprisingly close. So let me see if I can go ahead and present this to everybody and share it. One moment. Slides, camera, share screen. There it is. Okay, perfect. Share the system with audio. Why not? Do I have anything weird going on here? No, I don't. Okay, so tip top, be careful. Okay, so now you guys can see this. Let me know. It says StreamYard is sharing your screen. So I hope you guys can see this. I don't know if you can see it yet. I'll find out in a minute. But so I said, I've decided to hear where to go. See if you can guess which country. 28% was Mexico, 23% India, only 18% said Turkey, and most of you guys think I'll be going to Colombia. So that's the poll. How many people took it? I think over 1.2 thousand votes. So 1,200 people voted. Okay, so the winner is Colombia, right? Let's see if you're right. And the least amount is Turkey. I'm going to stop sharing. That's kind of cool to see the actual, split between the countries. I'm going to ask you guys. Let me know in the comment section if you're able to see that poll I just did. If not, I'll show it on my phone. And after that, I'll reveal where I'll be going to. So let me know if you saw that poll. Colombia was the leader at 31%. And then we'll go into all the rest of the stuff. Don Murphy, hit the like, guys. Help him out. Thank you, Don. Yeah, guys, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the bell. Oh, many people have been telling me they don't get notifications. Actually, I got several people. So be sure to turn on bell notifications. You don't miss all my adventures in the next country. I got to get a haircut too. So anyways, Reginald says, what's up, Alex? I'm in Manila, then Anhel City. Now in Pattaya. Pattaya is off the chain. I love Pattaya. You guys can see my Pattaya videos on the channel, on my Thailand playlist. Palm and I went there a couple times, and it was an amazing place. We kind of went away from the tourist spots into some more local vibes, but it was still really amazing, amazing beaches and people. Sab Nun says, the weather in Kuwait is getting cooler, but many tourists come in this time for the seasons, for sure. It's 26 and 79 Fahrenheit in sunny South Florida. Jamrock is here. Hey, Reginald Jamrock, or Rag Jamrock. Colombia. Reginald says, take us to Latin America. I just spent 3 years in Colombia. Whoa, Don Murphy, that's a long time. Let us know your experience. Rosalito is, have a nice day, Alex. Watch you from Hong Kong. We got an international crowd today. Over 50 people, almost 10 minutes. I think it's about perfect time to reveal which country I'll be going to next. Mexico or Colombia, they say. Riz says, hi, Alex. Good luck to your next destination. Take care. Thank you. SJ says 100% Colombia. Saw the poll. The suspense is killing me. Here we go. Tell us which country. Everybody's excited, and the country is, drum roll, please. I'm going to India. I know, right? So I'll be going to India, the second least voted place. Now, I'm going to tell you guys exactly why I'm going to India, and then we'll get some questions or whatever. You know, India is a place that I was always like interested and fascinated with growing up, watching all those what's that show? I don't know what it's called. The guy in the jungle, the little boy that got lost. What's it called? Not Tarzan. Is it Tarzan? Either way, so India is a place I want to go to because if you don't know, there are many Indians in Canada. So I'm a little bit not familiar, but I see them everywhere. I know a little bit about their food. I love Indian food, and I was always been curious about the culture. There's so many different religions, the different gods they have, and I'm just very curious to see what the hype is all about. I know India is like a continent. It's a huge place, over 1 billion people. I'm just trying to get myself as far away from Canadian society right now as possible, right? So I think India is the furthest something away from what I'm used to on a regular basis. So I think that'll be fun. India is going to be a place I can't wait to explore and share. I want to try all the street foods. I can't wait to get sick. I know I'm going to have the shits probably, get some food poisoning, but I don't care. I'm going to do all that stuff. I want to see all the historical places, all those things they built so many years ago. I'm curious about Bollywood, right? The Indian movie industry. So when I used to work for Netflix, we saw some of the TV shows and movies that we had to do the payroll for or something like that. So I think the music and the colors, the festivals they got, there's a lot of things going on in India, and I can't wait to share that with you guys. So here we go. Dishmita says, "Wow, I am Indian. Would love to meet you. Thank you. I don't know where you'll be. I'll be Jungle Book. That's what it is. See, I knew somebody would know what I was talking about. Yeah, for sure." Carl says, "Hello from Hamilton. Have a great time in India." Thank you, Carl. Hamilton. I just drove through there the other day, and I missed that place for sure. Tarzan is not Indian. Okay, so yeah, I know Tarzan is not Indian, but I thought he was in India in the jungles when he grew up. Um, so you're settling in India. What city? Great question. So I'm going to start off in New Delhi, and I don't know how many weeks, how many months, what I'm going to be doing. So, guys, when I used to travel before, I used to stay in places long term, like in Cebu. I stayed for months, mainly because before I used to work for myself, and I needed a stable internet. Right? I needed somewhere where I had to have stable internet, calm and peace and quiet. But now I no longer do that. I don't require it. So I don't know if I need to stay somewhere for like a month or 2 or 3 on end. So I might be showing you guys a lot more, like, 1 week here, 1 week there, different things. I can't wait to start pumping out videos about, India, because Canada, I'll be honest, is boring me right now. I have a couple of videos coming, but they're mainly for myself. I'm meeting a friend of mine. He's an older guy, but he's like strong as a bull. He's 78 years old, but he's going strong. He's still hunting. So I want to go talk to him. You guys can see my day with him. I have another interview asking some people about life in Canada that are Canadians, either immigrants or whatever, and one about an Indian student. So her and I are going to sit down and talk about her experience in Canada for the past couple of years she's been here. Um, Jungle Book, yes, thank you. Seth, yes, what about Kazakhstan or Central Asia? It's still underrated countries. Definitely. I'll be going to those countries once the weather warms up a bit. I know in the wintertime they can get cold as well. Mowgli, man, you guys got great memory. Thank you. Jeff's here. Jeff says, Skull Crusher. Hi, Alex. India sounds very cool. I might go to sleep soon. It's 9:42 p.m. here in the Philippines. All right, buddy. Have a good sleep. You can watch this later. You're going to Scandia? Don't go, please. Yeah, so that's the other thing. I'm prepared. I'm mentally prepared as much as I can be. Now, when I used to be younger, when somebody would try to approach me or do something, offer me something, I would politely decline. I'll talk to them. "Oh, where are you from, my friend?" I'll tell them where I'm from. But these days, as I've become a seasoned, well-traveled man, I just ignore people. It's not rude. It's just like I don't want to deal with it. I'm gonna go straight, just not look at people. I know I'm gonna take care of my belongings. Try not to get scammed. I'm gonna do the best I can, and I'm gonna try to record my landing experience and try to get from the airport to the hotel to see what that's gonna be all about. So I think that was gonna be fun. So yeah, I'm excited to go to India. So, guys, let me know if you can hear the babies crying. I hope it's not too loud, but can't do much about that. Riz says we're in India, so as I mentioned, I have no plans. That's the other thing, guys. When I travel, especially lately, I don't plan anything. I don't plan, like, right now. I don't even know where I'm staying, and I'm leaving in 3 days. Not even, yeah, 3 days. Honestly, I don't know. So I have to book a place tonight. It's just, I don't know. I'm gonna see what happens. I'm gonna wing it basically. India is not a kind of place you want to do that, but I'm ready for the challenge. I want to experience different things, not be too cautious, although be cautious at the same time. I don't know if that makes any sense. But I'm just gonna book an Airbnb for a week, get a feel of the place, and try to see if I can settle down somewhere that's more suitable for me. Yeah, so that's gonna be exciting. Am I talking too fast? Let me know, guys. Cam says, I love Indians and had a lot of Indian friends in Canada, but that's definitely not a place I would like to visit. Yeah, I know the sanitation might be an issue. Like, this is not a racial thing. I know based off videos I've seen or just my own knowledge, I know that certain things I got to watch out for, but I don't think all that's going to be enough for me to be deterred from an entire country. I don't think there's a country in the world that I don't want to see. So I'm gonna visit as many of these places as I can. I plan on staying 1, 2 months, maybe in India, maybe longer if I like it a lot. But who knows? We'll see what happens. And after that, on to the next place. Mowgli in Kipling books. Okay. Thank you. Metaphysics is here. Hey, Metaphysics, thanks for being here. How will you earn there? Says Disha. I will sell peanuts on the street. That's how I plan on earning a living in India. I'm just joking. So right now, I'm lucky enough to be thankful to you guys, all my subscribers and viewers, that the YouTube ad revenue, because most of my viewers and subscribers are from either the US, Canada, Australia, and the UK. There's a high CPM rating there, so I do make enough money to have a basic standard of living in any of these Asian countries. So I plan to heavily focus on YouTube and try to make even earn more money while I do this as the channel grows, and eventually in the future try to visit some of the more expensive, higher cost of living countries later on in my travels, because I don't plan on stop doing this. Like I don't plan on stop traveling, even if YouTube falls through, guys. If tomorrow I wake up with 0 subscribers and my channel gets deleted, everything like that, I'm gonna continue to travel. I'm gonna see every country, and this is just like for me a memory book that I can look back on and see all my travels. So, but I earn basically from Google Ads and the money you guys send, and I do collaborations. I did one with Safety Wing Insurance Company, right? So it's a little bit here, a little bit there. I still have my house in Canada that I'm renting out. I have a that monthly rental covers basically my mortgage, my taxes, and everything else. I don't really make any money from that, but hopefully in the future, once my mortgage amount goes lower, I can go ahead and use that as well. So it says you can speak Hindi. I cannot speak Hindi, but I'll be honest. I think I'll pick up Hindi a lot faster than Tagalog in the Philippines, or Thai, or Turkish, or Georgian. For some reason, I feel like I've seen 2 or 3 Bollywood movies in my lifetime, and for some reason, I feel like if I really immerse myself in the culture, it's a lot easier for me to learn Hindi than it would be those other languages. So I'm excited to see what happens. You got a kid? No, you must have missed the beginning of this stream. I don't have a kid. I'm just staying with a friend right now. Hey, Lavina Walsh says, hey, Alex, I'm just running back to work. Did I hear right? India? Yes, Lavina, I'm going to India. So don't be late for work, and hopefully you can catch the rest of this live stream later on. Satya's view says, came to South India, you will come to South India, you'll get 5,000-year-old culture, exposure, and the world's oldest language, Tamil. So please come to Tamil Nadu and get the exposure. Yeah, I will try to visit many different places. I feel like Delhi and Mumbai will be like the Bangkoks and the Manilas of India, just because they're major cities. If I get the chance to go out to the outskirts, to go to like some of the smaller villages, tours, I've already made some contacts. Friends have sent me people that they know in India that are willing to go ahead and give me tours and guide me. So we'll see. This is going to be a fun adventure. I can't wait to get started. I mean, a couple more days in Canada. I got some birthday parties to attend to, some friends to see. Just say kind of goodbyes, and I don't know when I'll be back in Canada, guys. It's a sad reality, but that's just what I want to do in my life, because Canadian life is not for me right now. So, hey, champ from Bali, what's up, Andrew? Bali is another place that a friend of mine just got back from, and he highly recommends Bali. Many people have, of course, but if it comes from him, then I know it's a good place. Michelle Yu said, hello. Hello, Michelle Yu. And you said, I didn't like seeing the vibe that Harold Balder got there. Not for me. I don't know who Harold Balder is or the vibe that he got there. Um, Maybe didn't go to the right places. I know that Mergem guy also went there for a few weeks. Not he made a couple of videos and he went back to the Philippines. I don't really know what happened with him. I tried to email him, but he doesn't post his email on his YouTube channel. So I wasn't able to reach out to him, because it would have been nice to pick his brain and kind of get some info or something. I just saw his video and I noticed he has some about India, but then it was only 2 or 3 videos, and then he went back to the Philippines. So I wonder if people are going to be treated well over there. I don't know. We'll see. Excuse me. Frank Ellis says, I didn't think it would stick around Canada for too long, especially when winter coming. Yeah, definitely. And I didn't plan on to staying. Luckily, my Indian visa, that's the other thing, guys. If you don't know, India and Canada have a little bit of political diplomatic beef going on, because I think during COVID, Trudeau sent back all the Indian students or wouldn't allow them to come into the country, so on and so forth. So it got really stressful and obviously a problem for Indians entering Canada. So they weren't allowed. And now India, as retaliation, took Canada off its e-visa list. So I couldn't apply for an online visa or visa on arrival, stuff like that. So what I had to do was go to the Indian consulate, not physically, but I had to send my documents in and wait for that visa to get approved. And that was basically what I was waiting for. So I waited a couple, 3 weeks, maybe a little less than that. It was stressful because I couldn't plan it. I couldn't buy my ticket. I couldn't do anything. So once it came the same day, I bought my ticket and I'm going to New Delhi. So that's a little history right now that's going on between Canada and India. They did not get treated well. So Indian said, yeah, whatever. We're not going to treat you well either. Matter of fact, said you could also polish shoes in the streets. Yeah, I could, right? I could do whatever. Luckily for me, I'm an able body, so I'm never going to be in a position where I can't work. Not never, but not right now. So if I have to wash dishes to survive, I'm down. If I have to do whatever, I'm down. Not that I want to. So let's hope it doesn't get to that. Cam says to Frank Ellis, Canada has too many issues right now: winter cost of living, government overreach. Yeah, government. Okay, here's another thing about Canadian government. Now, I don't usually like to talk politics. It's annoying to me. It's always some sort of like, I don't know. No government's perfect. Everybody scams you and taxes you and steals from you, is corrupt in one way or the other. We just don't see it in some countries as much as others. But this is a whole different level. So I think someone said, I read or heard somewhere that Ontario, where I'm living, my province, is going to go ahead and approve a law that allows employers that have more than 20 employees and are working from home to like install software, basically a spy cam on their website, on their computer or laptop, to ensure that they're working and being productive. How do you pass a law like that so quickly or whatever, just because an employer wants to make sure you're working? It's not the employee's issue. It's such a, I don't even want to get into it, but that's just like, come on, that's just ridiculous. I would not work for a company that insists on installing anything on my computer that can like watch me, basically. It's just weird to me. Just the idea of it doesn't make sense. Andrew, how many subscribers or videos until you start making some okay coin? What can I read? So it's still early morning, not early, but it's still morning for me. Basically, Andrew, how many subscribers do you need to start making money? Guys, I'm very transparent. I don't like hiding information. I'm not here trying to. Some people are really like secretive when it comes to money or YouTube. I'll tell you guys, for me, it's not the subscribers. One thing you have to remember, I'd rather have 5,000 loyal subscribers than 100,000 subscribers and only have one or two people that are, commenting or watching my videos. So it's not really about subscribers on YouTube. It's mainly about views, right? So if you get enough views, you can make some good money. So I think you're looking at about 500,000 views to make about 1,000 USD. Now, so basically that's all your videos compiled. But what that means is like, let's say I made a video yesterday that got 100 views, but I made a video a month ago that got 1,000 views, and then that I made a video 5 months ago that got 10,000 views in the past 30 days. That's all that matters. So YouTube takes all your video views in the past 30 days and pays you out for it based on the ad revenue. Now that also depends on where you live and how much money. So basically, if you live in India, your CPM is very low, which means the rate per view or whatever, because Indian people usually don't buy online stuff that they're advertising. But in Canada, US, and UK, all those countries, the chances of these advertisers getting their money back is higher, so they pay you more for those ads on your video. And yeah, and also, I don't know if that made any sense, but so think of it this way: for every 100,000 views, you might get 200 US dollars, something like that. No, 100. For every 100,000 views, you get about, yeah, 200 bucks. Does that make sense? Yeah. Every 100,000 views, you get 200 bucks. So think of it that way. That makes it. I'm gonna move on past this. I'm getting too much into it. 70 people watching this, guys. Welcome. If you're new to the channel, I announced that I'm going to India, so that's the place I'll be going to. I can't wait to get there and share my experiences. 70 people watching. Take a quick second, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Feel free to use the super chat, super stickers, anything like that. You're welcome to do so. Jet D says, rolling that bank. Yeah, guys. So that's the other thing for me. If you're young right now, guys, if you're younger and you're at a job that you don't like, please find something you enjoy. Like, don't just stay there because you have to, you think you must. It's going to be scary to do something you want to do. but it's also scary to be stuck in a job you hate for the rest of your life. So why not take a chance on something that you might really love and enjoy? And oh, yesterday I played Lotto Max, so the lottery for 70 million. I got like a few lines. Hopefully, I don't think I'm going to win, obviously, but if I win, we're all going on a trip. Mark my words. Everybody's coming on a boat trip, on a yacht. Um, lack of Indian students are rushing to Canada. They think Canada is the best. So Disha, there's nothing wrong with Canada if you have money, right? Canada is an excellent country when it comes to a lot of things. But to maintain this lifestyle, most people that are working minimum wage jobs or just have a regular job would have to work two jobs just to own a house. Well, you can't even own a house these days. The interest rate's so high, down payment's so high. You have to have a lot of money to try to buy a home these days. But even rent is really, really, really high. Cost of living, insurance, gas, your phone bills, your internet, all these things add up. So to live here comfortably, you would need to either have a roommate, a really, really good paying job, or they'd be like basically married or share. You can't even rent your own place basically. So it's really difficult. And these students, they're gonna find out the hard way. I'm actually interviewing a student maybe in 6 hours, 8 hours. I'll release that video. 6 p.m. Toronto time. I'm gonna sit down with a Minu, and she's an Indian student actually that has been here for about a year. So we'll get some of her perspectives about life in Canada. It should be exciting. Frank Ellis at Cam, just like the U.S. and it's a mess. Yeah, the whole thing. Asian countries are good. Yes, they are. If you're making U.S. dollars or Canadian dollars and spending in local currency, it's an excellent way to live. Michelle, you said I'm from Hong Kong. Woohoo, Hong Kong. I'd love to visit sometime. Hello from Guam, Alex. TSM Gerald. Hello, Gerald. How you doing? Rhea says, are you consider vlog as your profession? I think now I do. As much as not that I don't like it, but I've just I guess become this vlogger over time. Lavina says, "Wow, safe and happy travels, Alice. I can't wait to India. I can't wait for India through your eyes. Stay safe, my friend." Yes, Lavina. I can't wait to share. Lavina has been one of my first subscribers to the channel. She's very supportive, and as always, I'm glad to see her on the live stream. SJ says Indians are the cheapest people and think they're smarter than you. You're gonna get some fake smiles from hard looks to size you up for your money. They can do whatever they want. Um, I'm not easily intimidated by people or their ways, and I'm very okay to say no to people. So I kind of look forward to the challenge, to be honest. Andrew says Indian food is amazing. Lamb vindaloo and garlic naan is my favorite. Yeah, they have amazing food. I can't wait to share that. Um, Brad Paredes says 21st century is Asia century. Let's go. Why not? Dr. Detroit, you're going to regret India. Detroit is safer. I don't think I'm going to regret. I don't know if I'm going to regret it, but in life, I'm going to regret not going. So I'd rather go and find out than not go at all. Metaphysics says from the mountains in the Kashmir to the beaches of Goa to the gigantic cities and the Middle Age century countryside, you can spend a year with that visa or with this visits. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. India's got so much to offer. I can't wait to see which way my travels is going to lead me to. If I meet some friends there, other backpackers, tourists, locals, whoever, like I'm open to anything and everything. If somebody says, hey, we're taking a trip to God knows where for 3 days, you want to come? Count me in, So, and there might be periods of time where I can't post regularly, but guys, just know those are the days where I'm out in like some mountains, some villages, some bushes, some places that don't have internet, and I'm ready for it. So, and unfortunately, I do have one suitcase with me. So if somehow I'm able to reduce that to like a big old backpack, like I don't want to be a backpacker, but I think for India, it's going to be hard to carry around a luggage, one like suitcase. Is what I'm trying to say. I have a suitcase and a backpack, like a small school-sized backpack. So, anyways, my whole life is in there, so I can't really get smaller than that. Andrew says, "Thanks, mate. You're right. Most YouTubers don't give us info. You're a good bloke. That's why I follow you. Cheers." Thank you, Andrew. I don't know why people are so secretive. It's not like I'm out here making money for free, right? And people will know. Anyone that's edited a video ever in their life knows how tedious and annoying it can be to edit something. I'm putting in the time, and you guys are rewarding me with your views, and YouTube is going to pay me for all the advertisers that pay them. So it's like a big cycle that we're all kind of helping each other. I try to be entertaining during my videos. informative during the live streams, and I'm just being myself. There's nothing outside of here. I don't go and talk smack about you guys or what I'm doing. So yeah, how will you get your money over there? ATM? Yeah, mainly. I did hear something that's kind of discouraging. Apparently, only 10,000 rupees at a time I can withdraw from an ATM, but I don't know how much the ATM withdrawal fee is in India. So, for example, in my last country, the Philippines, every time I withdrew money from the ATM, I had to pay 250 pesos. That's about 5 USD. But I was able to take out up to 20,000 pesos or 30,000 pesos in some of those ATMs. Now, if I'm only allowed to take out 10,000 rupees in India, but the withdrawal fee is only $1.50 or 250, essentially it's going to be the same thing as the Philippines. So yeah, it doesn't matter. Either way, it's an easy way to get my money. I don't have to worry about carrying big loads of money anywhere I go, like lots of cash. I withdraw for rent, for stuff like that. So it works out for me. I do pay a little bit at the beginning for the withdrawal fees, but my exchange rate on my credit card is very close to the actual market exchange rate, so I don't really lose money with that. So it works out for me. Material Lazo says, "Good morning, brother. Hola from Boston. Now I'm going to the doctor, running fast. Yes, sir. I clicked the like. Good job. Thank you, Martyr. I appreciate that, bro. Um, 31 minutes, 70 people, guys. Let me know if you have any questions about India. If you've been to India, anything you want to share at all. I'm still catching up to the comments, so bear with me. Dr. Detroit, you'll regret bringing Palm to India. I will not be bringing Palm to India. Oh, that's another thing. I'm sure she's watching right now. She wanted to come. She's so supportive. She's such a sweetheart. She's sending me all these hotel information, scam alerts, all these things, and she wants to come. And I'm telling her it's not safe. I don't think it's safe for her to be there, and we'll see how that goes. I'm still battling on letting her know not to come. It's not safe for her in India. Frank Al says, I don't see many vloggers that go to India. I thought there'd be a lot of them. One thing about me, I don't follow other YouTubers on YouTube just because I don't like to get exposed to some of the stuff that I might see later. I don't like seeing stuff that I've already seen. Like even myself, I have no idea what these cities look like. Really, I have a vague idea just based off common knowledge kind of thing, but I've never looked at a video. Or New Delhi, what does it look like? The street? No, I don't do any of that. I just like to go head first into something and see what happens. Riz says, "Do you do more vlog when you arrive to India?" How many more vlogs can I do? Right now, I was posting one video every other day, and sometimes one a day. So I don't want to oversaturate my content. Well, I'll definitely do more vlogs when it comes to places and things to do. I'm gonna still try to do some interviews as normal, but we'll see what happens. Do not shake hands with Indians. Why? Is there a specific reason? Do you mean like business wise, or do you mean because talking about germs and stuff, or what reason? Um, Matter of fact, funny thing, if you ask for directions in the streets, Indians will tell you the direction they think you wish to go, not the real one. It'll be discovery. Yeah, directions is an issue in some countries. Apparently, the Philippines is one of them. Many people have said directions was an issue, but we'll see what happens. Andrew says, actually, happy to see you go there. I've thought about it, but I've heard it's not like Asia where you can just safely jump on public transport, etc. So that's the other thing. So I assume India is going to be much cheaper when it comes to taxis and Ubers and Grab and Lyft and any ride sharing program. I plan on using just taxis basically. If I understand how the rickshaw, like the tuk-tuk tricycles work and what the going rate is, and I feel like if I have a good understanding of it, I might use those. And I might stay off the buses and trains. They look too crowded from movies and stuff I've seen. If I do, I have to make sure I have nothing with me, just basically my camera, my wallet, and my phone, somewhere very safe. They're so crowded that it might be easy for someone to snatch something, and just personal space, hygiene, all that stuff. I might be, I'm gonna do it, but it's not something I'm gonna do regularly, So I'll be fine with the transportation, I think. Indians eat monkey brains. They do. Why? A lot of people eat a lot of different things. I know in Africa and other Asian countries they do as well. Monkey brains is a delicacy and apparently it's supposed to help you with some stuff. Who knows? People eat brain of other animals as well. Hands up from ND's motivation. Hello. Zofia Vlog says hi and salam. Good morning. Salam, Zofia. How are you? Zofia. Alvaro is here as well. How are you, host? I am great. I'm just here at a friend's home. I think the kids have quieted down. I don't hear anybody. Maybe they left somewhere. Yeah, I'm great. It's my morning. After this live stream, I might go for a coffee with a friend. I've been seeing him here and there while I'm here. And if we go to the Alora, like I went to a really beautiful place yesterday. That's about an hour and a half northeast, northwest of Toronto. A little quaint town called Alora. You guys can look it up. Oh, it was beautiful. The changing of the leaves and the way that the whole city was. It's not even a city, a town. If I go there today, I'm going to take my camera. I'm going to show you guys what I mean. It'll be nice for you guys to see a different side of Canada that you may not see on YouTube. Why don't you go to U.S. New York? I've been there. Why would I go there? It's just like Toronto. There's no difference to me at all. You know, a lot of TV shows and movies film in Toronto and they say it's New York just because of similarities, the skyscrapers and all that. So I have no interest in New York. I've been there and it's not something that interests me. How are you? I'm great, thank you. We got a microscope on me. Good vibes, thank you. Angel, whatever that is. What is that emoji? I know people visit and work in India. You do? Have you heard anything? Please let us know. Tribal Chief says, I wish I could travel like you. I got to make a plan or something. Tribal, initially, not initially, but that is also one of my goals for the YouTube channel. I used to say, my name's Alex and you can live through me because that was like my catchphrase or something because I wanted people to actually live through me. Like I want people to see some things they may not see. I understand people got families. I understand people got jobs and work and other responsibilities. I know that not everybody can just get on a plane and go to India randomly, right? So I hope this is something you find beneficial to at least see some things that you may not see otherwise. So yeah, I understand, man. If there's something I can do to help you, send me an email. I just don't have much resources right now, but all I got is information. Um, so Frank L says, I have an Indian ancestry from my grandfather and mother's side. Oh, pretty cool. Good to know. Alina says, before flying, knowing first the culture, then you're fine. Yeah, I don't know much about the culture. I just know in any culture, as long as I'm respectful and don't really impose my own ways on other people, I should be fine. I'm open to learn. I'm open to learn about the hundreds, if not thousands, if not tens of thousands of religions that are there. I know they worship and pray and have higher powers of different deities and things and all this stuff. So I'm curious about that stuff as well. I'm not religious, but I think it's really interesting. Andrew says all the Indians I've met in Australia are good people, but they are all higher class. They have said it's dangerous there, hitmen for 200, etc. Yeah, I hear similar things, but I don't see why somebody want to kill me. They're not going to get anything for it. I don't see just like any other country. I think if you're respectful and if you're just a normal guy, nobody's gonna bother you. And luckily for me, some might even think I'm Indian anyways, so hopefully I fit right in there. I don't stick out like a sore thumb. Um, and you said, but I know a girl that went there and she was okay. Smoked hash with locals. I'm sure she did, and there must be several girls that were not okay that you don't know or don't see. I just know I don't want to be the cause of something harmful to or someone. You know, it's just not something that I'll be okay with. Frank says, I would love to check out India someday. Thank you. Bring Rambo knife. Yeah, I should, right? Just in case. Andrew says, the men's clothes there look super comfortable. Yeah, I'm going to try to get me some of those pajama looking things, right? I know in our culture in Afghanistan as well, they have similar gears, like wearing very comfy and loose clothing. Hi, mate. It says Andrew Carter. Hello, Andrew. Dr. Detroit said, I married an Indian who would leave footprints on the toilet seat. I'm thinking that's a joke. What's next? If you had to choose somewhere long term to live, long term in the Philippines, where would you be? In the Philippines, long term, I'll be in Cebu for sure, 100%. Cebu is a place that I would live long term. It's more fun in the Philippines. It has been more fun in the Philippines, and home style cooking with Iffy sends out some love. All right, so 40 minutes into this live stream, maybe we'll go for an hour today. I think the biggest part of today's obviously stream is the fact that I'll be going to India. If you guys have any other comments, questions, concerns, anything you want to mention, anything you want to see, especially when I'm there, feel free to leave it in the comment section, mention it during live streams, send me an email, whatever, guys. I'm an open book. I don't mind helping people out. I don't mind talking to you guys. I enjoy these live streams. It gives me a chance to sit down with my subscribers, get to know you guys on a little bit more personal level. Um, yeah, I would love to go to Afghanistan, but right now I don't think it's a good time to be going to Afghanistan. But yeah, hopefully in the future that'll be a dream of mine to visit Afghanistan when it's safe. You could pretend to be a monkey and beg for peanuts. I could, right? But what about my roof and all that? And by my roof, I mean my accommodation, right? I gotta live somewhere. Sir Dave is here. Hello, Sir Dave. Welcome to the live stream. Alina Bora says, looking forward to see your videos in India. I am too. I think I'm gonna start right from the airport. I'm gonna make a video how to get from the airport to your hotel, and if you're gonna face any challenges. So I don't know why I have a feeling it's not gonna be smooth sailing. So I'm gonna look in some ways today of getting from the airport to your hotel. I think it should be. And oh, I heard that in India. See, normally at the airport, I'd get a SIM card for my phone, activate it, and then I'll have some sort of security, knowing that I have data on my phone. If something happens, I can simply call like uh, emergency services or get an Uber or find a Google Maps kind of thing to just kind of find my way around. But I hear in India, if you buy a SIM card, it's not activated immediately. It can take up to 6 hours or longer for it to basically start working. So I hope that's not the case. I'm going to get one at the airport, and hopefully within the 30 minutes, hour that I'm getting out of there, it activates, or else I'm going to have to rely on the airport Wi-Fi to like maybe call for an Uber or something. Um, I've heard some horrible stories about people getting left in the middle of nowhere, and basically somebody saying, "Well, I could take you to the nearest like hotel, or your hotel's been closed down, or something like that." So there's some scams I'm aware of. So I'm going to be sure to document my travels for sure. I got some Afghan friends in Australia, but they are more Asian, like more like Asian-ish. That's the thing. Afghanistan is a very diverse ethnic place. Like there's Tajik, Uzbek, Pashto, Hazara. There's like because Afghanistan location is really unique. It's kind of in the middle of like everything, so there's a lot of different influence in there. But yeah, bring at least some antibiotics because of stomach, and I don't take anything. I don't even take Advil. So I'm gonna just let my body do the work, man. Let it run through its process and see what happens. How long are you going for? The plan is 2 months, maybe longer, maybe less. There's really nothing. I have a one-way ticket. Wherever this journey takes me, that's where I'm going. So let's see what happens. I'm gonna start in New Delhi, maybe see some spots, and after that, I don't know, man. I think for the India videos, I might do a lot less editing. I don't want to spend more time on editing as much as I am, and I want to spend more time on actual raw footage for you guys to see the good and the bad. Maybe like I don't want to sugarcoat anything. I've got nasty stomach bug now, actually, from Indonesian food. Oh, I hope you recover, bro. CJ says bad curry could have you running to toilet. Toilet is another thing. Throughout the years, I've heard these like toilet stories how there's no public toilets in India, and to like be sure, I don't know. Hopefully, I don't need a toilet in public, but if I do, I have to like go to McDonald's or something. Figure it out. Um, Indians run by class system and look down on darker Indians and Indian with less money. Getting over here taking money is accepted no matter the class system. Yeah, I've heard of that as well. That India does run a class system, but many countries do, whether they openly admit it or they don't, right? So I think in India it's a little bit more openly talked about. The class system does what am I trying to say? My English has left my brain. Exist. So the class system does exist in India, from what I hear. But I'm not trying to get to know like class system with people. I'm just gonna be myself and see what happens. Colombia next, guys. This is gonna be probably my last trip to the east. After this year, maybe two of that, I'm gonna come back to Latin America, or not back to. I want to visit all those countries: Mexico, Brazil, Spain, all that. So I can't wait. I can't wait to show you guys all these things. World Traveler Forever says, how about your destination after India? I would love to go to Japan. Depending on how long I'll stay in India, I don't want to go anywhere cold. So wherever is warm, that's where I'm going to be. keep that in mind whenever I do travel. So if it's warm somewhere nearby India, and once spring and summer comes, then I would love to visit like Japan. Um, while I'm there, anyways, I do want to visit all the countries: Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, all those places. So who knows? I really have no plan at all. I know it's kind of scary. Not really. I don't know. I have no plans. Raw footage like Tim K is best. I don't know who Tim K is. Iffy. Um, Steven says, why do you need a SIM card when you get there? Will your regular phone not work when you get there? Sorry, probably a stupid question. It's not a stupid question. So, for people that don't travel often or just don't know, your SIM card is only valid with your mobile carrier and provider. If you leave your country, you can still use it, but at a very high roaming, like roaming fees, roaming charges. And I don't plan on coming back to Canada. So, how would I use my SIM card in abroad? So what I do right now here, I have a prepaid SIM card. It's only good for 30 days. Let's say I paid $50. That SIM card is good for 30 days, and I don't have any contract, no nothing bounding me to that SIM card. When I get to India, I cannot use this SIM card. It doesn't cover India area, right? So I'd have to get a SIM card to make sure my phone works. Now my phone would work, my regular stuff, my apps or whatever, but I have no internet connection. So if I'm not using Wi-Fi, like in a taxi or outside, how will I use anything that requires internet, which is most things, right? Like Google Maps or Uber or anything at all. Going on the internet, trying to look at something, you need internet. So that's why when I land in India, I need to buy an Indian SIM card that allows me to have internet outside of a Wi-Fi zone, which is anywhere outside. So that's why I need a SIM card. Oman, yes. Oman, yeah. I don't know. I heard some good things about all these countries. There's so many places. And I don't think there's a place I would not visit. So I don't know. I want to go to Egypt. I know I want to go back to Turkey. I want to go to Greece. I want to go to Cyprus. I want to go all these places. It's just too many places, so little time, and the budget's going to be a thing as well. So we'll see how YouTube does for me. If it maintains this level of income for me, I'm going to try to visit all these countries. Why not? Visit Japan around February. Okay, is that the blossoms and all that, and near Mount Fiji, Mount Fuji, Mount Fuji. So yeah, we'll see. Alex, maybe you can still meet Kulas, says Tito Dong. Becoming Filipino, he is now Vancouver, Canada. I think it's fun. Tito, Kulas has nothing to do with me. I don't think he wants to see me. I'm like a nobody to him. He's got over 1 million subscribers. It doesn't benefit him in any way to go ahead and meet somebody in Toronto with 25,000 subscribers. He's a busy guy. He's got a lot of things to do. I don't blame him. He doesn't owe me anything. So I've reached out to him before. He sent me a very nice professional message. He was busy at the time. And Vancouver's too far from me right now anyways. Even if we were to meet, it won't be beneficial to him or me because, yeah, whatever. And I've done collaborations before with many YouTubers, and that doesn't really improve your channel in any way. So, and I don't really know if I want to know his story any more than I do already. So, yeah, that's that. You would love Costa Rica, but it's becoming more expensive. I hear that. I hear that often that Costa Rica is becoming more expensive. So yeah, we'll see. No sugar, no sugar coating it. Let's go to India. Fight. I will fight live on camera, get arrested. You guys can watch it, okay? During my live stream. SJ, having no plans is your plan. Exactly. That's my plan. In the West, you're already in Feministan. Yeah, man. What is going on with this? So the West is becoming too feminine. Listen, man. I have no problem with any woman trying to empower themselves. Do whatever you want. I don't care. But some of these things are really getting forced down your throat without even like everything they do is just it's too they've overcorrected it too much. I think it's like to the point where, for example, I don't want to keep coming back to the transgender or whatever because they can do whatever they want. But for example, if I personally don't want to date someone that's trans, that makes me automatically transphobic. Why? That makes any sense? So all that can be applied to everything, culture, anything and everything. The West, even like the rules I mentioned before, it's becoming really weird to live here. Just want to be myself and leave me alone, people. That kind of thing. Japan will be cool until April. Yeah, I don't want to go there. So Andrew says, your handsome Middle Eastern looks is our ticket into the park of the world. It'll be murdered within a month with me, my blonde hair, blue eyes. That's it's a funny, not a funny, but it is a thing that sometimes white privilege is a thing in the West for sure. Actually, all around the world. I do agree that white people are privileged in many ways, but those are some of the things that nobody talks about. White people would be an immediate target in some of the countries that I would love to visit, but someone like myself might blend in a lot more easier. I don't stand out as much as some tall white guy with blue eyes and blonde hair, right? So if there were criminals, someone that tries to like kidnap you, take advantage of you. Like it doesn't happen often, but it does happen. It's people like Andrew that will get snatched up first. Shit, Andrew, I'll snatch you up myself, man. I'll kidnap you if I see you out there. I'm just messing with you, but yeah. So yeah, you're right. If you're that kind of guy and you want to go in the slums of some of these countries, you put yourself in a really dangerous place. Muhammad Kali says, if you're going to India, then please don't forget to watch Carl Rock. I'm gonna forget already. Who's Carl Rock? I don't want to watch anybody's videos because after I'm there, I'll watch it. But before I go there, I don't want to watch it because I don't want to see things before I get there. I want to see things like a brand new baby. Oh, look at this 51 people watching, 51 minutes on a live stream. We'll go for another 9 minutes, guys. Take a quick second, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, use the super chat, super stickers, do whatever. And then we'll get back into some of these comments and we'll go ahead and finish this in 9 minutes. But that's it. India is my place to be. If you guys have been there, let me know what was your experience. Would you go to India? Do you think it's going to be a success trip, a failure? Do you think I'm going to last long in India? Do you think I'm going to leave after a week because I just can't handle the whole different atmosphere? I would love to know. But I think the most thing that excites me about India is street food. I can't wait to eat all that like deliciousness on the street. Just maybe the person behind the cooking station isn't the most hygienic looking, but I'm sure 100% the food is going to be fantastic. Guys, I've been doing like TikTok now for the past 18 days or so, so that's growing really quick. If you guys want to follow me on TikTok, it's called The Living Abroad. Do that. I don't know. I'm just doing all kinds of stuff, but most of my TikTok stuff is already my YouTube stuff, just shortened out a bit. So I'm doing all this cross-platform. I'm going to try to learn more about Instagram. I know Instagram Reels are like a big thing. I barely take any photos, so Instagram is not something I use often. But I'm gonna try to really get into all this stuff if I want to be somewhat successful on social media. So why not do it, right? Um, Muhammad Kali says Carl Rock is a YouTuber from New Zealander. You who decides to sell in India. He exposes all kinds of scams in India, targeting tourists. It's not our usual travel vlog. Hey, that's a great content. Why not, right? Now I'll take a look into that. Metaphysics says, are you bringing a book with you in order to get some directions or indicators for places to visit? Nope. I never read a book in my life. I'm not just saying that. Really, I've never read a book in my life that I didn't have to read. So books are not my thing. I'm just gonna wing it, man. I'm winging everything. Stay safe, says Lena. Stay safe. Keep lots of memories. I will keep lots of memories. That's why I make these videos. Always abroad. Hi, Alex just checked in. Where will you go? I'm going to India. Always abroad. You're welcome to join me there. World travel forever. You need to be very careful with food in India. Almost every person I know who've been there get their stomach bug during the visit. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm not looking forward to it, but I'm gonna eat. I'm not gonna like. I'll be honest. Like, if it's like visibly like really really bad, then I may not. But as far as street food goes, I'm just gonna do it and see what happens. Um. I already read it. He goes to India. Yeah. Travel with Mahalco. India, good choice, but would you or why didn't you go around province in the Philippines? People are so friendly and everything is cheap. Um, I can't give you a reason. I had no. I went to some provinces, like Taguban. I went to the beaches and all that, and I saw some of the province life. I have no like. How could I say it? There was no connection in the provinces, and I don't want to just show up in a province. I don't know. There was no the reason for me to visit there. I saw a lot of province people in the city itself, and I went through the provinces while going to some of the beaches and places I visited, the islands. I stayed in some of the smaller places like Tabugan is the only place really I can think of that was kind of like province life. So maybe next time for sure, more province stuff. Will Palm go to India with you? Ryan Rayoma, she really wants to come, but I'm going to say no. She's not coming to India. India has great cricketers like Gavaskar and Kutu Summer Manarf. Yeah, India is known for its cricket players, guy. I know India is like huge on cricket, so maybe I can get a game somehow. If someone's playing. I want to see if I can play. Hey, Alex Kulas, he is in Canada. Also know Vancouver now. Yeah, Country Life Vlog. I know he's there right now. Many people have mentioned it, but Vancouver is very far from me. And Kulas has no reason to meet me. I'm sure he's there for more important things to meet a random YouTuber. If he was in Toronto or near me, I'd definitely reach out to him. But in Vancouver, that's not going to happen. Um, Hopefully, you see you in Munich, Germany. Lena, I've been to Munich, but I was only there for a day on a train going to Austria. I'd love to visit Germany later on in my travels. A great place with so much history and food as well. German food is delicious. Saif says, "Can I join you in India?" I'm a solo traveler, bro. You can join me on the streets. I'm definitely down to meet. Always abroad. You ever date locally in the countries you visit? Yes, every country I've visited, I've dated somebody. John says, I'm here in Quezon City, Manila. Just took a few days in Singapore. It's a very modern place, but very expensive. Yeah, John, Singapore is a beautiful place. It's an expensive place. It's a place I'll go in the future. Um, okay, we're going strong, guys. There's still 56 people on here, 56 minutes. It's kind of funny how we're matching the minutes to the viewers. Ask any questions you have. And once the questions run out, I'm going to run out too. Andrew says, are you a confident scooter rider? Did you scoot around the Philippines? I've been in 4 motorcycle accidents. I am not a good, I don't even know how to ride a scooter, but I should really learn, right? So, no to all of that. I got into, what the hell? Something fell on my foot, but it was a wire. Lena also says, visiting all islands in the Philippines, very interesting, people. If you can do it, you should do it. Which part of India are you going to? Don't forget to showcase the food. Bro, I'm showcasing everything. The food, the scams, the people, the interviews, the women, the men, the culture, the history, the religion, the geography, the transportation, the apartments, the hotels. Everything is going to be on the channel, guys. I'm really, really going to like go balls to the wall in India. So TikToking it, YouTube shortening it, all of that stuff is coming. Andrew says, did you get a weird vibe from older guys dating younger in the Philippines? Would you do it when you're 60 plus? You know what? Let's spend a few minutes on this question. People that are 60 plus, 70 plus, if you are in your own country, okay, first of all, can we all agree that any man would want a physically attractive younger woman? You get what I'm saying? Like, who would choose a 70-year-old woman over a younger, more healthy, fit woman? So that I think is acceptably true across the board, right? So obviously, men want younger women the same way as women would want a more established, mature, financially secure man, right? So when we have that baseline understanding that people want younger women, a 60 plus, 70 plus year old American Canadian cannot get that in Canada. It's impossible. You can't get it unless you're a millionaire, multimillionaire. Even then, the culture doesn't really allow for it because it's really looked or frowned upon, right? But in the Philippines, Thailand, anywhere in Asia, that gap does exist. It's normal because those men are like those millionaires or whatever. Even their 2,000 pension goes a long way in the Philippines. So they are with younger women. The younger woman gets free whatever. Someone takes care of them, they give them money and allowance. There's an exchange. It's an equal trade, right? So I don't know. So I didn't get no vibes from them. And would I do it? If I am in my 60s and I'm still single, I don't know if I go as young as like 20s, but yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't. Being with someone in their 30s, why wouldn't I want a brand new car? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's a very common thing. It's not a secret. Yeah, okay. Sure, maybe she'd love me for my money or something, but yeah, obviously she wouldn't love me for who I am at 70. I'm not physically attractive by then. I'm not healthy. I can't do anything, so it's an equal trade. Yeah, I don't know. That question or that culture doesn't shock me anymore. When I was younger, I didn't understand the dynamic between the two, but now any young woman that says they love their older man is full of shit. Okay, maybe now you do, but at the beginning it was just for his money and security. And any older man that says, "Oh, I like this younger woman because we connect" or something is BS as well. No, you like them because they're younger. Just like that's it. There's nothing else to it. It's just very weird. Come to Oman. Yes, I would love to at some point. Watching from Bakersfield, California. I've heard of that place. Don't know anything about it though. Thank you for being here. World traveler, going to the Philippines next week. I've already been to Manila, but it'll be my first time in Cebu. I think you'll love it there. If you have any questions, send me an email or watch my videos for any specific things. Muhammad Kali, are you willing to date an Indian? He he he. I'm willing to date any ethnicity, nationality. I'm not one of those people that dates only within their own race or something like that or class system. For me, a human is a human. If I have a connection with somebody, I do. I can care less what their background's all about. Bob says, nice choice. Very interesting. Thank you, Bob. And you, do you have Instagram? I do. My Instagram is Canada to abroad, but I'm not very active on it. I don't even know how to Instagram really, but you know what I mean. I just do YouTube stuff. Bob says, I'm glad that you're leaving Canada. I'm looking forward to watching your adventures. Thank you, Bob. I'm looking forward to sharing them with you. We're getting more people on the live stream. Whoa, 62 people watching, guys. If you're new to the video right now, I'll be going to India. So that's my destination. I can't wait to go there and share all my experience with you guys. So if you're new right now, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Feel free to use the super chat, super stickers. Let's get on to the next one. Charlito, Charito Santiago is ready for fun. Oh, is she? Are you going back to the Philippines? I hope so. I love your vlogs about the Philippines. Yes, I'll be going back to the Philippines at some point. I just don't know when, but at some point in the future, I'll go back and I'll share some more stuff. Dave Smith says, I've been to India. Okay, so Dave says, I've been to India. To me, Pakistan seems more welcoming than Indian government. Is very strict. I didn't like it. And the people aren't too interested in foreigners. Huh, very interesting. We'll go see what it's like for me. Pakistan. Pakistan. That's another place I might visit right after India. Why not? It's right there, right? Um, life is good. I'm 59. My wife is 31. She's been in the U.S. 8 years. Our son is now 7 soon. That's awesome. Good for you guys. Looks like you have a great relationship. It's perfect. Very true, says Bob. Probably something about dating. She would love you for your crossword solving skills. uh, Justoni, Hungry Syrian, one of the successful vloggers here in the Philippines. They have many subscribers watching from city of Davao. Yeah, I know about him. I've seen his story. Good for him. I'm really happy for him and his success. Life is good. I've been to the Philippines 6 times. It's amazing. Rick Payne, when you get sick, gut and stomach, and you will drink, what the hell's colloidal silver? Piss? You can make your own. Oh, maybe it's not this. Muhammad Kali said, yes, Thailand and other Southeast Asian countries have other, or those older Caucasian men marrying older, younger girls, not only in the Philippines. Yeah, everywhere. Look, if you got money and you're older, you can marry as young as whatever, 20, 25-year olds, even in Canada or the US. But over here, you need like lots of money. Over there, you just need money, right? So it's the same concept, just exchanging currency, just like you would anything else. So it doesn't surprise me in any way. Have you gone back to Afghanistan ever? Ooh, good question. No. Metaphysics. Look for a tool to publish the same shorts on YouTube, TikTok, IG at the same time. Hey, good suggestion. I'm gonna do a lot more I'm gonna do a lot more what am I saying? I'm gonna look into how to become more social media savvy, you know? I want to get an idea how to do things properly and grow this channel. Why not, guys? So it's not, this is like work for me. So although I don't go to a desk, an office job, 9 to 5, I do put up content regularly. It does take me time. It does take me time to go do these things, and obviously cost to stay at these places and travel there. So it's just like an investment for myself. And the bigger the channel grows, the better places, the more expensive places I can go to. But yeah, I'm just doing this because I like it. I'd rather do this and see the world than be stuck in an office somewhere and get millions of dollars. I would not trade this, literally. I mean, I would, but I wouldn't trade millions of dollars for not being able to travel. No thanks. I'll stick to what I got and being able to travel. Travel with Mahalko. You, my wife, and me need to drink Red Horse here in the Philippines in your next visit, even if you're not drink. Thank you for the offer. I'll definitely. And that's one thing I'm going to do. I was going to do it here, but honestly, I didn't care enough to do like a meetup, right? I want to go ahead maybe in the Philippines next time I'm there, or if the channel grows in India, I'm going to have like a channel meetup. Whoever wants to come by in Delhi or Mumbai or whatever, the Philippines, and just say hello. I'll be more than happy to meet people. Bob says, I've seen videos on Pakistan and the people were very welcoming. Okay. I should look into those. Muhammad, yes, please visit Pakistan as well. It's only a border away from India. Okay, I guess Pakistan's next, guys. Bob says, I believe your experience in India will be great. Thank you, Bob. I believe so too. That's why I want to go. CJ, local Indonesian guys here in the 50s have young girlfriends hidden away on the other side of town. Legends. Hey, man, if that's the lifestyle they want, why not? I mean, it's not forceful, right? So any man wanting to be with a woman, it's a mutual thing. People want it, people don't want it. If two people are happy, who are we to judge, right? So let them do whatever they got to do. As long as it's legal, not hurting anybody, then that's all that's going to matter. Um, let's see who's messaging me. I'll let you know. Okay, cool. Andrew CJ also says, who was your favorite Philippine vlogger that you met? Who could you see yourself being good friends with? That's a great question. So, I think, I met a bunch of people, right? So I met Michael and Bianca from That Philippines Life. I met Aaron from Aaron Around. I met Calvin from Sunshine Shoulders. I met Justin from Justin Carmack and his Critter Hunter. I met Paul from Old Dog New Tricks. Mark from Every Man Has a Story. I met Dorcas from Dorcas, her own channel. Who else did I meet? I met Chev and Dev randomly in a freaking, what do you call it, night market. That's a lot of people, right? I met Steven from Steven. I forgot his last name. He's got a channel. I met Hash there. Yeah, so yeah, I met about 10 at least YouTubers. I just can't remember all of them. I think my personal Aaron, I think Aaron from Aaron Around, him and I really hit it off. So we got along. I think we're somewhat similar age. I'm a little bit older, but him and I think would be good friends. I can see myself hanging out with him. Same with Michael and Bianca, also Canadian, good people. I think those are probably top two, but everybody else was nice. Oh, I met Mergum from Mergum Vlogs. Um, and also I met Inwook from, he's a huge YouTuber. Inwook has got his Korean thing going on there. I met a lot of people, but yeah, I think those are probably top two, top three. Let's collab soon. Travel with Mahal. Sorry, bro, I can't. Or I don't know if you're a guy or girl, but with Mahalko. Travel with Mahalko. Send me an email. I love to collaborate. If any of you guys want to be on any part of my live stream, guys, send me an email. I'll send you the link. You simply press it, and you're just live from your own home, your comfort. You can be on any topic. You just want to say hi to everybody else. Talk Now Canada is my my email. Send me an email, ask you questions, whatever you want. Let me know. I'll send you a link to the live streams. You can join me. You can have a conversation. You can tell me your story, your life, what's going on with you, whatever. Bob says, follow your heart, Alex. You're doing it right. Enjoy your life. It's the fullest, or to the fullest. We only live once. Well said, Bob. That's why I'm doing all this. If you haven't been following my journey from the beginning, I had a great career. I had a great, life in Canada. There's nothing wrong with it, but I was exchanging it for my hours. So 8.5 hours to work, 1.5 hours for commute, and only 2 days off, and cost of living so high. Every day I was losing myself. I wasn't being happy. I was miserable. Everything would bother me. So I gave it all up so I could make less, but be much more happier. Where are you now, sir? Are you going back to the Philippines? Saru, I'm right now in Canada, and I will not be going back to the Philippines yet. I'll be going to India on Monday. So yeah, it's exciting, right? I'm from the Philippines, but if you're looking for a place to live, in my opinion, choose to live in a country quite similar to your culture. So that would be easy for you to adjust and adapt. That's a great suggestion, but I think I'm very adaptable, and my culture is a mixed culture of all kinds of backgrounds. So for me, actually, I like the new cultures. I want to learn new things. I'm tired of the stuff that I already know. I want to know more things. Muhammad Kali says, by the way, Alex, you remind me of Mr. Wonderful Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank, a fellow Canadian. Mr. Wonderful, yeah, he's a fun guy. Talk Now Can't, that's me. Saif Al Zajali says, whether that girl from Thailand is your girlfriend, whether? I'll let you know when I find out. Justoni says, Kulas is my favorite too. and he is from Canada now for vacation. Yes, I know. You know, Kulas does a great job for the Filipino people. I think he's doing a wonderful um, thing because he really is becoming Filipino as far as himself. He speaks the language. He really understands the different like areas of the Philippines. He really promotes Philippines in a positive light. So I cannot be more happy for him and his success on YouTube. I think it's a fair exchange for him to get so much love and be financially stable due to the Philippines because in exchange he's really making it a popular place. And yeah, good for him. If the world went to shit, where would you like to run to base from your okay? If the world went to shit, where would you like to run to base from your travels? It's always a hard one, It's really, really hard because I think it'll be between Turkey and Thailand. I love those two countries on all levels because they really hit the spot for what I look for when I travel. Number one, the food is delicious. They have beautiful like their nature is beautiful, of course. Like in Turkey, they have Antalya, Izmir, Cappadocia. There's like amazing geography, beaches, and everything there. Same with Thailand, everybody knows. And cost of living is really cheap in both those countries compared to what I want in life. So those are my top two places. So between them, I cannot decide, to be honest. Not right now. My island, West Samar, Bayong City. Sounds like an interesting place. What field was your career in? Great question. So let me have a sip of this and I'll tell you guys exactly what I did. So I've been working since I was young and my career was initially in the food and beverage industry. I worked my way up from a dishwasher, cook, server, kitchen supervisor, restaurant manager. Eventually, I became a casino manager. So the Ontario Lottery Gaming here in Canada. It's a government-run agency, of course, monitoring gambling and stuff like that. So I worked in a casino as a floor manager. And then after that, I worked for a subsidiary of Netflix. So I was in the film industry doing mainly accounting work for them. Yeah, that's my career before I decided to say, nah, it's not for me. And I just left. Good luck to you. Good luck to your incoming travels to India. Stay safe. God bless. Thank you for staying here in my country, Philippines, for quite some time. Have a safe travel. Thank you. I appreciate those kind words. And honestly, the Philippines was an amazing place. I stayed there for that long because it was so good. But I think it's time for me to move on to a different country to do different things. And that's just how life is, right? All good things must come to an end. It wasn't easy leaving the Philippines, but I knew I had to do it, or else I'll get too comfortable staying there. A place that I like so much. But life goes on, and so does my travels. Jennifer Scott is here. Hey, Jennifer. She says, "Safe travels. Enjoy your trip to India, Alex. Thank you." Mohammed Kali, the people running that Philippines Life YouTube channel, that Philippines sell in Iloilo City. I think you met them there before you left the Philippines. Yeah, the people are Michael and Bianca. They're really, really wonderful couple. I think she's half Filipino and he's Canadian, and they're really kind people. He's really tall, by the way, Michael. But yeah, they're really kind people, so I'm happy for them. Joan says, "I'll be going to BGC or Manila during the Christmas break. Any suggestion what I should do? See there." Um, I was in the Philippines, Manila area for a few days. If you look at my videos, I did maybe 3 or 4 videos about BGC and I forgot the name. Anyways, I personally am not very familiar with it, but they have all those attractions, the Venice Grand Canal, they have the intramurals, the BGC Bonifacio area itself. Um, so I think it'll be fun. A quick Google search will give you a lot more interesting and informative content than I would do. But take a look at the channel if you want to get some idea of what's it like there at least. Andrew says, "What's the most violent thing you've seen in your travels?" Violence. Violence. Nothing. I've been to like so many countries and I've not seen. Well, I was in Thailand for the military coup once when that happened. Um, I seen a motorcycle accident, a couple of those. Nothing really dramatic, to be honest. I saw a woman slap a guy straight in the face one time in Portugal. That's like a scene from a movie. So I'll give you guys a backstory. I was in the Azores on a small island called Tasira, and you went up this hill and there was this like platform landing area where you could see the whole island. It was a beautiful place, right? And there was like clouds in the blue sky, and there was a guy on his knees begging this girl, and this guy was like, "Mi amore," he was saying whatever. It was like a scene from an Italian movie. And then she's like, "Oh, whatever." She slapped him and then just walked off. And she looked back, her hair. No, I'm like, "What is happening?" I thought it was like a movie set, but it was like a real thing. Some guy was like apologetic for something he did, and he was begging on his knees for her to forgive him. And she like gave him like a nice smack, and then he's like, "Oh, my love," or whatever. I'm like, what? That was it. Nothing more than that. Nothing that I can remember, at least, anyways. Um, Next, Saif Al Zadjali says, I had been to India a few times. Amazing country. Oh, perfect. Thank you for sharing. Martin Jr. Hello, Alex from Harrisonburg, LA. LA? Harrisonburg. Okay. Hello to you as well. I've never heard of that place. Justoni says, yes, living abroad, wherever you are, we Filipinos will support your vlogging. I've noticed that Filipinos are amazing. And in return, I try to interview some Filipinos here, right, to see what life is like for the Filipinos that are living here. Let me see if I can find it, and I'll show you guys. I'll put the link here so you can see. But yeah, that's what I did. I asked some Filipinos how life is in Canada for them. So if you guys haven't seen that video, I'll put it up here so you can take a look after if you want. Check out the channel if you want. But this is how life is for Filipinos in Canada. You can take a look at that. I asked about 5 or 6 of them. They told me what they feel Canada life is like for them. Justoni says, yes, living abroad, wherever you go. We did that already. Thank you, Justoni. Muhammad Kali says, I love your new video content about what Filipinos in Canada think about Canada. Thank you. Yeah, it wasn't easy finding them. So, it was easy finding them, but it's like they're also busy working or on their way to do something. So I didn't want to like interrupt them too much. So in Canada, it's so multicultural. You don't know if somebody, just because they look like Asian, you don't know what part of Asia, if they're like from China, Korea, Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia, Japan. It's hard to tell sometimes if they're actually from the Philippines. Some people are very visibly Filipino, if that makes any sense. Just because I was there for 5 months, they look similar to me. So at the beginning, when I was talking to them, I had to not pretend, but the initial goal was just to get a conversation. And when it was a chance for me to ask, are you from the Philippines? They said yes. It was perfect. If they said no, then I'll go ahead and ask them questions that would be related to a different topic that I'll be making a video. But I'm glad that you found that interesting. Yeah, there were some cool people there. What's been your favorite country so far and why? This question is always difficult for me to answer. As far as for me, I love Turkey and Thailand, probably top two. But Philippines recently put those two really challenging. So it's hard for me to choose now. So the Philippines is really good because the people were there so amazing, right? So for me, it's not easy to choose between Philippines, Thailand, or Turkey. That's not, I don't know. They're all good. I can't pick one, honestly. Maybe you can also do street interviews in India, interviewing Indians and foreigners on the spot. Maybe you can also find Filipinos there. I will. That's the plan. My channel's been growing mainly based off the interviews. That seems to be my niche. Although I don't want to get away from it, I still want to provide travel content as well. So it's just for my own memories as well. So it's going to be a mix between travel content and interviews. So hopefully you guys can enjoy both. But if you're just more geared towards one, then I understand fully. Just only said Filipino is the social media capital surfing internet. Yeah, excuse me. I think that's why my channel grew so much exponentially in the Philippines. Like when I first arrived in the Philippines, I had just under 4,000 subscribers. By the time I left, I had 24,000. So I think it had a lot to do with how much time most Filipinos spend on their phones, as well as how kind and supportive the people are. So it's a good combination of things to have. Harrisonburg, Louisiana. Oh, close to Natchez, Mississippi. Got it. Thanks, Martin Jr. I've been to North Carolina. That's all I've been to, but nothing. I don't even know if that's close to you guys, but nothing in that region. Um, Grassy Faith, are you comfortable to tell us your bucket list countries, places that you wanted to visit? Do you have expensive countries on your list? Watching from Queensland, Australia. That's an excellent question. I'm very comfortable telling you guys almost anything. So for me, right now, my main goal is to culturally be as far away from Canadian life as I can and Canadian mentality and Canadian things that I see. So what that does is automatically pushes me towards developing countries or third world countries, because most places that are on the expensive side are expensive. That's not a place that I really care. Like the UK is going to probably be the last country I visit. I don't care about England as a country when it comes to visiting like that. Of course, they have wonderful people, I'm sure, like many places, but I don't see anything with their food, their culture that might be any different than Canada. So same with like their multiculturalism within their own country. They have lots of uh, ethnic groups there as well. So just like here in Canada, so something like that doesn't really interest me in any way. Um, the most expensive country that I would want to visit right now would be something like Japan. But that's expensive because they're a modern world country, not because they're culturally the same. So I'd want to visit because they're so different than us, but it just happens to be that they are also very expensive to be there. So I'm going to visit Japan for sure. So yeah, my bucket list right now would be Japan, Egypt, and everything else comes whatever. So I have no real plans. We'll see what happens. Andrew CJ, America looks terrible on social media. Cops randomly shooting people. Is Canada the same? Do you think USA is the most nuts country right now? Ah, let's not get into all that. So it depends on what you mean by nuts. There is something people do need to understand though. America is not all the Hollywood that you see. There was a weekend that there was 17 mass shootings over the weekend. Put that into your mind. How crazy is that? Over the summer, there was a weekend, there was 17 mass shootings across the country just over the weekend. That's not something that's a normal thing. So that alone should be something people, I don't know, have to understand that with American gun laws and their division between the left and the right, the blue and the red, and obviously racism at the level that it's at right now, they still allow KKK to exist. And like, anyway, so there's so much going on down there. Most people just see the Hollywood side of things, but now with social media and everybody having access to internet and smartphones, we're seeing all of America, just like we're seeing all of many other countries. But a lot of people are realizing, it's not as great as some people thought with the rise of, inflation, everything else to put on top of that. That's a crazy place for sure. Do I think it's the most nuts country? Probably not, just because it's still a lot better in many ways than a lot of countries I've been to. Not been to, but know about. But I think the US should definitely change a lot of their systematic things, just like Canada. Canada's got a lot of problems, but not as bad as the US for sure. I recommend Tanzania for travel. It's very welcoming, unlike India, says Dave. I've yet to visit any country in Africa, right? So that's the thing. I think once I go to Egypt, it's gonna be south from there, right? So from Egypt, then do all the big places like Nigeria, South Africa, eventually at the end. But like just like Latin America, when I go to Mexico, I wanted to just go south. I want to go to Mexico, Brazil, all those places. So right now, if you can tell, if you look on a map, I'm really going from west to east. I'm going as far as from Canada as possible. Then I might just work kind of inwards before finishing. I really have no plans though, but thank you. I definitely visit. Muhammad Kali said, "What made you hate the regular 9 to 5 job? Is it the job, the proper, or whatever never-ending race? And don't you think discuss specifically the reason?" Specific reason was I don't think that lifestyle is what humans like myself were meant for. I can't explain it. I don't want to trade 12 hours of my day for digits in my bank account. Like, why do I need those digits? Why? So I can have a house, a car, all the stuff just to live. It doesn't make any sense. I'm living abroad now for much cheaper and I have much more time. So it wasn't like a fair exchange for me. There's not enough money you can give me to give half of my life to you, but more than half. Like you wake up at 7 a.m., let's say. Every morning that I woke up, I was angry. Why? Because I was smashing the alarm clock because I don't want to wake up at that time. To do what? Not to go play soccer with my friends, not to go travel, not to go to a restaurant. No, to get in my car, drive in traffic, to get into an office, to pretend that I'm happy because I'm not, and work throughout my day just to get back in my car, come home, take a shower, make something to eat. It's 8 o'clock by now, and I still have like an hour or two to myself before I have to go do all this over again. How is that fair? It didn't make sense to me. I'm like, no, I'm not giving up the most valuable thing to me, my time, my life, just to get some numbers. So yeah, that's me. That's basically it. I don't want to give up what's the most valuable thing to me for numbers to make somebody else rich, to make somebody else happy. So if I had any advice for young people, don't ever work for somebody. If you work for yourself, if you're a carpenter, plumber, electricianist, contractor, there's tens of not tens, but there's hundreds and hundreds of jobs you can do yourself, and you're much stronger than you think. Okay, at the beginning it's going to be tough. So you're going to lose a little bit of money, but in the long run, you'll be much more successful and happy putting that time into your own life rather than somebody else's. That was it for me. Andrew CJ says, "LOL, match with a girl on Tinder and you interviewed." Oh, really? Hanny Lee. I don't know who she is, but that's pretty cool though. A small world, right? Hanny Lee, which with I don't know. Let me know which video she's from. That's kind of cool. So Andrew matched with somebody on Tinder that I had on one of my videos, which is kind of cool. SJ says, "Is chicken popular in Turkey?" It is, but I think lamb is more popular in Turkey. Lamb and beef. Chicken is popular. What do you think about Justin Trudeau? Jones, I don't know anything about him. I don't care about him. I just think I don't know anything about politics, but I feel from what I'm gathering, he's not doing a good job. I don't care about any of that stuff. I don't live here full time anymore. I just feel like he is becoming too much of a pussy, if that makes sense. I feel like we're giving into more, oh, just to be politically correct than actual reality of things. Forget that nonsense. I'm all for equality and inclusion, but when you're really forcing people, like if you know anything about Jordan Peterson, like to force somebody to use a specific language, that's messed up. That's like some dictatorship. What I don't know what the proper political and the term is, but you should never force someone to use certain words. That doesn't make sense by law. That's messed up. Like so, I am 100% Jordan Peterson's side when it comes to those issues. But yeah, I don't know. I don't care about him. I don't know anything about him. But yeah, it seems like he's not doing a good job. Joe Boy said, "I'm matched with her mom." That's pretty funny. Martin Jr., Louisiana has awesome Cajun food. People come from all over the world just for the southern Louisiana, New Orleans. But Lafayette is much safer. New Orleans is not all very dangerous. Interesting. I do love Popeye's chicken. If you guys know me, and I hear it's like made in Louisiana, originated from there. So yeah, I love gumbo as well. Like I love the soup they got there. Man, this person. Okay, so what's next? Andrew CJ. Australia would be a boring vlog. I'm also from Queensland. Dubai, Japan, Singapore would be good. Kuwait. What's next? Let's see. Metaphysics. I'm sorry for Hannah Lee if she gets advertised like that on social media. No, don't be sorry because she's already on Tinder or whatever. So she's already out there. It's not like she's hiding her face or something. Muhammad Kali says, "I have a question about Canadian culture or tradition. In the Philippines, single men or women who are getting older, near 40s, are being pressured to marry as soon as possible. Nah, Canadian culture doesn't exist. The pressure of marriage is within families only, and it's so multicultural. It's not a overall blanketed statement. Most people here are happy to be single rather than married, to be honest, and that's also an issue by itself, a social issue that pushes everybody apart from each other. And women here have such high expectations when many of them don't bring much to the table themselves." Or bear a child as soon as possible, or else they'll be ridiculed by the community. No. That doesn't exist here. That's just a within each family kind of thing. What is this? Kelly Blancos at Living Abroad. I always like to go to the community and ask foreigners interesting questions about the Philippines, like you. That's amazing. Awesome. Make a YouTube video. Make a YouTube channel. Why not, man? Do it. And I congratulate you. Please kindly ask about their views on life and future if their country thinks. Okay, I'll definitely see. I'm more open to more in-depth questions, I think, in future street interviews, but I also want to keep it light and entertaining. Some of them can really drag on and be long because those issues are not simple. So I'll see what I can do with those kind of things. And thank you so much. Since 12 years in the Philippines, love the Iran life, women, freedom. Yes, for sure. Dave Smith says, "Would you ever go to Mindanao, Philippines?" Yeah, bro. Whatever. People over. How dangerous can it be? Come on, man. I'm from Afghanistan. Saif Al-Zajali says, "When I used to live in the USA for the first 6 years, I got robbed on gunpoint 6 times. Later, it became careful. So next 11 years, nothing happened like that. Now I live in Oman." I've been robbed at gunpoint too in Canada. So those things do happen, and you got to be really careful. But I'm glad that you're safe now in Oman. We're still going strong, guys. 1.5 hours deep into this convo. We got 60 people watching this, guys. Take a quick second. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you haven't done so, I'm mad at you because why not? You don't want to help me out. And use the super chat, super stickers, and ask any question that you have. I can't wait to go to India and eat that Indian food. And just like, oh, I just can't wait to just get different culture and vibe from Canada. Right now, it's so beautiful outside. Like the sun is shining on the orange leaves, but I know it's cold out. So, and I know all my friends are not here because they're at work. And I know people are like just angry on the inside. But Canada is beautiful nature, but you got to have money. You got to have, because you have money, you have time, right? So, but life for me right now is elsewhere. Um, what's next? Somebody said something. Sorry. Timothy Darling says, just logged into your leaving the big smoke. I am. I live in Canada until 96 and left after that. Nice country, but also a downside taxes, weather, etc., etc. I enjoy Hong Kong, Philippines, and Asia overall. Timothy, I 100% agree, man. We are on the same boat. Andrew CJ, you should start another channel where you do whatever. Every man has a story type interviews. He ain't the same anymore. Hmm. I basically do that now. I have in-depth interviews with people, but so far they've been mostly about other YouTubers, right? If you notice my in-depth interviews, I have an in-depth interview coming out in about 7 hours from now. So guys, watch out for that. It's about an Indian student, and she's here in Canada. I got her story because I walked into a mobile phone place to get some a SIM card, and she was so sweet and friendly. I'm like, hey, you want to sit down with me for a few minutes? So we talked. You can check that out in 7 hours. But yeah, I have that already on the channel. It's on a playlist called In-Depth Interviews, where I sit down with just talk to people for 15 or 10 minutes to get their story. Mark Bravo, guys, if buying stuff isn't living, then you haven't figured out life. If buying stuff is living, that's what I thought that's what you meant. Yeah, exactly. So Mark said, if buying stuff is living, then you haven't figured out life. It's true. Like right now, I'm in a room full of things, right? But this is different because my man's got a son, right? He's trying to give a good life for his son. He's got toys everywhere, all these kinds of things. Now, if I had a kid, that'd be a different priority, right? So I don't think I'd be living the way I'm living now. I think I might actually just take my kid around the world to be actually more educated in the school systems here. But my point is, like, to buy things to make yourself happy, it's kind of, I don't know, you got to do something different, like this t-shirt right here is $2 probably. I don't know how much I paid for it, but I can go to like a Versace shirt place and pay $200, $300. It still covers my body. How is that living? Like, I don't want to tell people how to live, but for me, money was never the thing. I don't care for luxuries. If I have a Lambo in the driveway, I got friends with Lamborghinis, buddy. Like, trust me, it's not a thing. I got friends with Porsches. Yeah, they got stuff, but what are they doing? They're working, right? So that's the thing. I would never give up my $2 shirt, my Uber ride, or my Honda Civic for a Lambo and 13 hours of my every day to go get to somebody else. Um, what's next? Yes, Mac. Some same as Australia. The richer you are, just means that the better things you have, but not life. Yeah, exactly. If I have $1 million, okay, I have a bigger house, a better car, a better knife in my kitchen, but I still have that 2 or 3, okay, because I have a better job, maybe 4 weeks vacation out of your life. Now you go somewhere for 4 weeks, one half of the time you're thinking, oh, I got to get back to those emails. Oh, did I do this for that company? Did I close this deal? Or whatever you're doing, it's just like your mind is still at work, right? Even if you can get away with a few weeks, you still come back to the same nonsense. So for me, this life I will not trade for anything. Philip Massey, hey, Philip Massey's here. Says, I think I missed where you're going, Alex. Of course, you're leaving Canada before you freeze your ass off. Indeed. Philip Massey, I'm going to India, bro. So that's where I'm going. India. I can't wait I want to see like a Indian movie too, like in a cinema, like a Bollywood movie. I hear like cinemas are crazy in India. Somebody sent me like a short clip. So when the bad guy, like for example, gets killed, they all cheer and applaud. They have all their phones out. I don't know if this is like a regular thing in every movie, but I feel like Indian audience feel like they're in the movie themselves. Apparently, it's a crazy thing. So I'm curious to see if that's a reality or just one or two random occasions that happened. Um, What's next? Metaphysics. Things own you can keep and you can attach to location. Yeah, so things own you and keep you attached to a location. Exactly. If you own a car, you're attached to it because now you have the next 5 years to have to pay that lease. If you own a house but living in it, now you're in debt, right? If you own something, even dogs, like I love dogs, but if you want to travel, it's not easy to travel with a dog internationally, especially these days. So, and I don't want to put my dog in like the what do you call it, cargo, right? So that's I don't know. If you have things, you're attached to them, and you cannot leave and live freely. So Andrew CJ, my cousin, same as you. My cousin, same as me, a millionaire, but works 80 hours a week with food in a warehouse and has no personality. Yeah, it happens over years and years of work, man. What are you working for? Like, for what life? So you can have money when you're 70, 65? You think you'll have the same energy or whatever? Probably not. So most likely not. Like what you want now is not going to be what you want 30 years from now or something like that. So if you're young enough, just reconsider how you want you to live your life. Yeah, working is useful. So work is different. The term work, I think we should redefine. Like I'm not saying be a lazy bum on your ass and not be productive. There's been days, last 2 weeks, I was in Toronto. I didn't leave the couch probably for hours and I felt useless. I felt like a slob. But the days that I go out there, I make some videos, I edit them, I talk to people, I go to new cafes and restaurants. I'm not working really, but I'm putting in work, right? So that's much better for me than just to have money. The only way to be self-employed to day trade, yeah, but that's a risk as well, right? You're taking a risk. Hopefully, you're successful, guys. We're gonna end this soon, but we're going strong. Still over 40 people watching this. Philip Massey, India should be interesting. Going to the south or the north. Good luck dating there, though. Really, I'm thinking that Indian women really don't date. I don't know. I have no idea. There's so many of them. There's got to be some of them dating. I don't know. I'm not gonna be interested in many of that stuff. I think I'm gonna be more like just getting into the culture, man. I can't wait. As far as the location, I'm gonna start in New Delhi, maybe go to Mumbai, but I really don't know. I don't really have any plans, man. I'm not somebody that sits there and like has an itinerary of what they're doing. I don't even know where I'm staying, and like I'm leaving 3 days. I don't have a place booked. I don't know what's going on with that, but we'll figure it out. Don't worry. Metaphysics example with the dog is good. I got often the feeling that the dogs have a human at the end of their leash. Yeah, you can't leave your dog at home and even take a day off. You have to be there. It's not something. It's not a cat. So you put some food in the dish and some water. Come back 3 days. The cat still doesn't care. It's like over there in the corner. Dog needs to be walked and cherished and loved. I love my dog, but I know it's a huge pain. I'm lucky that my ex is with him right now in Brazil and taking care of him, or else like I couldn't travel either. So Pete H is here. Alex, so happy you're hitting the road again. Good to have planned. And yes, Canada is broken. Very expensive. Tis true, my friend. Tis true. Nomad in the making. What up, Alex? On a break at work now. What do you think works on YouTube? Keep us updated. What do you do? What you do is work with YouTube. Keep us updated. Thank you. Sorry, man. I've been like talking for an hour and a half. I can't even read straight. Thank you, Nomad in the Making. I will definitely do this. Oh my God, Samantha's here. What did I miss? Samantha, you missed where I'm going. I'll be going to India. That's the next trip. So I can't wait to share all that with you guys. Samantha, I'm glad you're here and you can hear me live tell you I'm going to India. Nomad in the Making. Reference working and saving, no point being that richest man in the graveyard. Yeah, you can't take your money with you. What's the point? You gotta invest. I mean, you gotta enjoy life, and sometimes you gotta realize debt isn't always a bad thing. To be in debt, but for the right reasons. Now, technically, I'm in debt with my house, but that's not really debt. That's an investment. Anytime I sell that, I'm gonna get that money and more back. So whatever you're doing, make your money work for you. That's the whole thing we get into. But regardless, if I was like 20 years younger, I'll tell myself never work for another person in my whole life. Work for yourself and let your money work for you. Don't put your money in a savings account. You're never gonna get it back. Inflation increase alone, you're losing money. Anyways, that's a whole different thing. Muhammad Kelly, are you showcasing India's thieves markets, black markets, which starts the wee hours of the morning? Bro, whatever's happening there, I'm showcasing it. I have zero like niche in India. The niche is going to be India itself. Within that, it's going to be all kinds of nonsense, markets, food, people, transportation. Like I said earlier, all of it. It's not. You sure Taj Mahal part of it? Okay, so Muhammad Kaz, I'm sure Taj Mahal is part of your itinerary. I will go there because you cannot go to that place and not see Taj Mahal, but it's not something that's really important to me. So I'll do it because it's something you got to do. It's like going to any place, like going to Paris and not seeing this Eiffel Tower. But eventually, yeah. Wow, India, says Samantha. Well, safe travels, baby. I'll be watching. All right, can't wait to share these things. What's next? Oh, we're still going strong. 140. Pete H. I agree 100%. Jordan Patterson is the man. Very smart doctor. Unfortunately, he cannot reach enough people to fix them. That is unfortunate. But somebody's got to say it, and he's brave enough to stand up for all of us that believe it, what he believes in. Martin Jr. Money. I never saw a hearse pulling a U-Haul. Yeah, it's true, man. When you're dead, you're dead. You can't take your money with you. Timothy Darling, miss friends and family in Canada, but totally agree. Now I have time to enjoy my life. Today, referring ref kids basketball because I wanted to. Freedom, enjoy life in India. Thank you. Yeah, and that's the thing. When you have time to yourself, you can dedicate it to things that you enjoy. Now, Timothy was refereeing a kids basketball game because he just wanted to. Exactly. If I want to go to any random, oh no, Samantha, you shouldn't have. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Samantha just sent $20 in a super sticker. Samantha, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Um, yeah, so that allows you to do things when you have time to yourself. Like you can do the things that you can't do while you're at work, you know. So I also play basketball with some Filipino kids. Now that was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon while they had a game. If I had a 9 to 5 job, first of all, I probably wouldn't be in the Philippines because I only have 2 weeks to spend, and I've probably chosen a different place because I wouldn't know anything about the Philippines. But that allowed me to play basketball with kids because I wasn't at a 9 to 5 job. Now you can apply that same concept to many things, many opportunities, people, things will open up for you when you're living for yourself. Um, sorry, let me go back up to where we left off. Yeah, the referee. Willie's here, One Less Asia. Guys, go check out Willie's channel. He's doing great. He just started making YouTube videos not too long ago, and he's already over 1,000 subscribers, right, Willie? He's doing big things. That's another YouTuber I met. It's because at the time he wasn't very focused on YouTube. Willie's a great man living in the Philippines. I think he's also got a Filipino girlfriend. But yeah, Wanderlust Asia, check him out. Willie is in the house. Hey, brother, just saw the live alert. Where are you heading? India, my friend. I'm going to India, Willie. Nomad in the making. Alex, you're Jesus. We're your disciples. I wouldn't say I'm Jesus himself, but you know, if you guys want to see some travel content, me being the same guy I am outside of this live stream in India, then feel free to join me. What's next? Philip Massey says India makes sense since most would speak English. Yeah, food is so diverse and should be amazing. Festivals will make some interesting content. Yeah, there's got to be so many festivals, right? I can't wait to that the color festival. I don't know if I'm going to be there for that, but I think there's like a whole festival where like Thailand they splash you with like water with their festival called Songkran, right? So they could hit you with like water balloons, water guns. There's water fights everywhere across the country. I think there's a festival like that in India called Diwali or something, and you could get like paint people, like just throw colors at them. It's kind of interesting. Cool stuff. What's next? Let's see. Oh, I think we might hit 2 hours, guys. We still got people here. Why not? Let's do this. Pete H also says, and a suggestion in your travels, you need to connect more with other travelers. Find the common connection and take it for a ride. Like what I would do is like a version of Anthony Bourdain. Okay, Pete, good suggestion. I will be more open to meeting other travelers for sure. I think you're right. Absolutely, I have to expand my circle. A lot of time when I travel, I'm really within myself, right? So I'm gonna have to do more of that for sure. Muhammad Kali said that's what Mr. Wonderful Kevin O'Leary also says. Never work with somebody. Good for him. Mr. Wonderful knows what he's talking about. Pete H. Alex, you're just arriving at the answer a little ahead of the curve. Accumulating stuff creates purpose and a balance, but at the end, it's just meaningless stuff. Exactly. I think for me, I just did a lot of things when I was younger, and by the time I noticed what I wanted was perhaps a little bit earlier, like he says, than other people, right? So I'm very happy where I am now, and I would not trade this for the world. becomes a trap. It is a trap because to maintain everything you have, your possessions, you have to keep working, right? So it's not something I want to do. Willie from Wanderlust Asia says, "Oh, India, cool. I told you about those 5 years visas. Haha, I'm going to India too next month for work. Hey, maybe we'll meet there, Willie. Let me know where you're gonna be. We got to support your travels. Chicken in India. Yeah, so Samantha is telling me she's going to have to support my travels in India. And I'm going to have to buy some Popeyes chicken for her super sticker chat. But I won't be buying Popeyes. I'm going to find their version of Popeyes and see what that is. Oh, one more interesting thing I heard. I didn't think of this until now, I guess. But somebody said they don't have beef in McDonald's in India, right? Because I think they consider beef holy, so it makes sense. Huh. I wonder what kind of burgers. I guess pork or chicken burgers. I'm gonna do that too. See what's that's all about. So it'll be fun. Thank you, Samantha. Nomad in the Making says, "Is interest rates in the rise in Canada? Harder to make money from buy to left renting? Exactly. Yeah. So interest rates have been on the rise all year. Right now, I think the government is increasing it again by 0.75%. Anyone trying to buy a new house in Canada is essentially not going to be able to. And I think that's their point, right? To stop people from spending by increasing interest rates. They're on the rise. I think by the end of November or December, they're going to hit about 4%. When I got my house, they were looking at, I don't know, 1.9 or 2.4. Either way, it's gone up significantly. New home buyers, it's not going to happen unless you have a lot of money. It's going to be hard to even get a mortgage because the house prices are increasing, right? So, um, oh, so Willie was in India for the Color Festival. It was so good. Thank you, Willie, for sharing that. Philip Massey. Holi is the festival with the color. Oh, my bad. It happened 23 Wednesday, March 8th. Oh, we got the date and everything. I thought it was Diwali, but that must be something else. So it's called Holi, Holly, one of those things. Pete says, starting my travels again 23 in Southeast Asia and will bring a foodie experience, maybe a YouTube channel in the works. Hey, Pete, give me a shout out. We'll have you on the channel. Why not? Mark Bravo, Alex, did you get any pushback from family for traveling full time? I did not. Pete H also says, have fun, Alex. Be safe. Thank you, Pete. Muhammad Kali, authentic chicken biryani in India. I love chicken biryani. Can't wait to have that. Yes, their McDonald's in India quite different. I'm curious to see how different they are. Like for me, the KFC in Thailand was so interesting. Like everything was the same but very different. All the flavors were like Thai flavor seasonings, but it was really tasty. So I wonder if the same can be applied to McDonald's. Like I wonder if they're gonna have like Indian spices in some of the food, or just gonna be plain McDonald's food, you know? So we'll see. Philip said they eat buffalo in India, which is like a beef substitute. I'm not sure if it's served in McDonald's though. Oh, I didn't know that. I think there's gonna be a lot of vegetarian options because a lot of Indians are vegetarians, from my experience meeting people. So I'll see how that goes. Why not? Samantha says, I hear McDonald's around the world, all different food on the menu. Yeah, that's true because, like, for example, at McDonald's in some Asian countries, instead of French fries, they give you rice, so that's kind of different. You will never get rice here in Canada with your McDonald's. The only fast food place that serves rice, once again, Popeye's Chicken, they give you rice and beans, so it's pretty cool. I like the taste of that. And that's it, guys. 40 people, 1 hour, 48 minutes, guys. If you're new to the stream, I'm going to India. So that's where I'm going. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, be like Samantha, send a super chat, super sticker, whatever you got to do. Ask you questions. We're going to push through 2 hours. Why not? I can last 12 more minutes. I got some water with me. My nose is like, Canadian cold weather is coming, man. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. In about 7.5 hours, I'm going to release the video of Minu, the Indian student that's here in Canada. We have an in-depth interview with her. It's about 8 to 10 minutes long. And I took you guys for a walk around my neighborhood to show you some of the changing of the colors of the leaves. So watch for that in 7.5 hours. Something different. Timothy Darling, how long will you stay in India? And do you plan on returning to the Philippines for a visit? Are you a Leaf Argo Raptors fan? And you're there for Halloween? Where did you go to school in Toronto? Oh, so many questions. So, Timothy, darling, I will be here only until a couple more days. So I will not be, a few more days. I will not be here for Halloween, unfortunately. I am no longer a Raptors fan. I used to be a big Raptors fan. Growing up, I was a big fan of, like, obviously Carter, McGrady, all those guys. I actually met the Raptors when I was younger. They came to my neighborhood to build a basketball court, and I remember Tracy McGrady. He was really rude, but the rest of them were nice. Like, I met Steph Curry's dad, Del Curry at the time. Yeah. Anyway, so I was a big fan of the Raptors growing up, but now I just kind of stopped watching sports altogether. I kind of grew out of it, just based off timing, where to find the matches and all that. And they've disappointed so much. The Leafs have given up completely. Argos, I never really got into CFL, but I support any Toronto team for sure. Um, Bald and Bankrupt does a vlog on 10 things he hates about India. I don't want to go, but I'm 59. Yeah, it's not for everybody, right? So no place is going to be perfect for everybody. Some people can't tolerate a simple thing, not simple, but like things that cannot be changed, like the heat and the humidity. It's not something everyone's okay with. So it's not for everyone. Right now, I feel like I can take on the challenge to visit any country. I feel like mentally strong and physically able to go some of these places. So why not, like, knock out these places while I have the courage and the ability to do so, and later in life maybe visit some places that aren't so exciting or dangerous or adventurous. I don't know. Let's see. Mohammed says, how many hours of travel from Canada to India is a direct flight to Trent? So I go to New York for an hour and a half. Whoa. So an hour and a half flight to New York, and then from New York to New Delhi, it's a 14 and a half hour flight. I'm not looking forward to it at all. Zero. I might do some shorts and some TikToks on the airplane, not in the airplane, in transit in New York, because I'm going to be there for 11 hours. Now, I thought about leaving the airport and going and checking on some of the tourist spots, but I'm just too lazy, I think. And I don't know about the taxis, how to get there and all that. It's a whole different thing. I might just take a hotel for that time and just relax. Um, Wanderlust Asia, loved your last vlog interviewing Filipinos in Canada. That one guy was funny. Yeah, so really, that one guy that gave the one word answers, I think he was maybe a little bit mentally, not say challenged, but he was definitely maybe autistic or something. He just wasn't, maybe he wasn't very social, but it was funny. Yeah, so, and the one cook was also interesting too. Dave Smith also, what happened? Dave Smith says, I'm an adventure traveler, but India sucks to go off the beaten path in random places. They don't even allow foreigners to stay in hotels. Really? Well, hopefully I can pass as an Indian. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that, but typically I don't go too far off the beaten path. I just don't have any interest. I don't know why. I'm not like one of those people that can live off the land kind of thing. I'm still kind of a city guy still, so I'll see what I can do with that. But good to know. Aren't you concerned about possibly running out of money? Are you a millionaire? I'm a millionaire at heart. You know, I'm not concerned about running out of money because um, I don't know. If it happens, it happens. For me, YouTube is good enough for me to live in many countries right now. And like I mentioned, if YouTube falls through and completely goes to crap and I have no source of income, I can always do other things online to earn a living. Luckily for me, I feel like I'm smart enough to be able to get a position in any customer service online position that I can still travel, work a few hours a day. I can teach English online. I can be a consultant in some ways. I can do one-on-one travel advice for people. There's like ways of earning money online if somebody wants to make money. That's never been my goal, but I think if I was in that position where I needed money, I could be fine for sure. Not a concern for sure. Not for me. Japan has a good. Metaphysics says Japan has a good and healthier version of McDonald's. Most burgers they replace the buns with rice. I mean, at that point, if I'm having a burger with no bun, is it really a burger? It just becomes meat and rice. I don't like that. Why'd you tell me that? Metaphysics, you just ruined my McDonald's vision in Japan. Muhammad Kali says, what do you think of Vince Carter? Did he really influence basketball in Canada? I'd say so, yeah, for sure. I remember growing up, Vince Carter was like, especially a dunk contest, he just like, he put Toronto on the map at that time. The Raptors were only like about 5-year-old team, so he really did big things for Canada. Because we only have one team. At the time, we had two teams, the Vancouver Grizzlies. So although basketball was invented in Canada, It's surprising we only have one official basketball team. I think that a lot of that has to do with the lack of population here in Canada. The U.S. is much bigger, of course. Samantha says, I'm so happy I caught you live. Guys, support Alex and his travels. This is his life and job, and I personally think he's great. So please support him. Thanks. Samantha, thank you so much. No, I appreciate that. I hope I'm bringing some sort of entertainment, informative value, something to you guys. And soon I think I'm going to launch memberships, right? So you guys can go ahead and support me by being in different tiers. We're going to start like $3 or $4 a month to like 10 or 15 bucks and then 30 bucks a month. It's going to be like a travel kind of thing. So business class, first class, and just economy class. And what would that do? Give you guys access to like a lot of special features and stuff like that. But I'm going to release that when it's ready. So I look forward to all you guys subscribing and supporting me that way. But thank you, Samantha. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. Yeah, guys. So if you don't know, YouTube is how I make my money, right? So that I travel. All these videos I'm doing, people like Samantha that send money or the views on the ads and any kind of collaboration I do, which hasn't been many, just one. That's how I make my money. So that's what supports my travel and staying in hotels and going to places and all that. And in return, I provide you guys with these informative live streams and just random interviews and travel destinations. But India is going to be great, guys. It's going to be probably no, I know for sure it's going to be the best videos on my channel for sure. Because like, it's got to be. I've learned so much through YouTube and I can't wait to put all my knowledge into the videos coming up. Pete says, for me, my travel, it's culture. Sights, always. The food. Of course, the food. I'm going to enjoy the food. Like, the thing is, with India, I think I'm going to taste, like, so many different, you know, spices and different tastes that I don't get here. So that's exciting for me alone. So, and just the preparation, the technique, the way they cook the food, it's going to be awesome. Muhammad Kali, why are the Maple Leafs always being poked fun in the media? Are they really that bad? Well, yeah, because they were really good in the 60s. They had some great teams, and they haven't won anything for like 50 years or 60 years now. So, yeah, and they spent a lot of money. But the thing that bothers me with the Maple Leafs, they have like really diehard fans. They still fill up the stadiums and all that. But the team itself, not that good anymore. Wanderlust Asia, Willie says, the Andaman Islands in India is the most amazing place in the world I've been. It's halfway between India and Thailand. Well, Willie, man, come on down. Willie's a ship captain. He can take me there, hopefully, one day. Try to get in some lounges in New York City. Okay, good idea. Dishma Mehta, stop spreading negativity about India. It's beautiful. Hey. Nobody's spreading negativity. Don't be one of those sensitive people that gets offended by everything. Who says something negative so far? We're just saying that this is what we hear and what we see, and a lot of it is true and will or will not be true. So it's fine. Like, people got to be okay to express themselves. It's just like Filipinos. Some of them get so offended when I say something. So, for example, a Filipino woman scammed an American man, and they all get offended by that. I'm like, well, that's what happened. There's nothing to be offended by. Nobody's saying all people are this way or all people are that way. It's just one person's experience or one person's views. You can't control people's thoughts, man. People, if they're going to be negative, they're going to be negative no matter what they say, what you say. Just go here. Where are you going? I just got here. I'm going to India, Tom. I'm going to India. Thank you. Avarua59. On the meet and greet with other YouTubers, which person did you enjoy meeting? Who did I enjoy meeting? Well, Willie was awesome from Wanderlust Asia because he took Palm and I out in his car around like some nice parts of Cebu City. So Willie was great. Honestly, there was nobody that wasn't that great. My favorite though, it's hard to tell. So Willie was one of them for sure. I really enjoyed Aaron. He's a really fun guy from Aaron Around. Dorcas, you guys know she's got really like, high energy and she's always happy. So that was great. Michael and Bianca, I don't know. Like, honestly, that's hard to say, but I enjoyed meeting all of them. Paul, very friendly guy. Same with Mark, but he had a little bit of strep throat or something. There hasn't been any bad meetings. YouTubers usually are really great by supporting each other. So we had a great time. Pete says, love the Middle East food, but Jamaican food has brought me back to that island 5 times. Oh, okay, maybe island vibe. I've had Caribbean food here especially Jamaican jerk chicken and the patties, oxtail, and goat curry several times in my stay here so far. So I'm with you 100%. All right, guys, we're closing to 2 hours. We only have about 40 people left. TW Water Lily, I hope you visit Taiwan, Alex. Just give it a try. I will. I want to definitely visit Taiwan. Thank you. Philip Massey, it will be interesting to see how receptive Indians and streets are open to interviews. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do those street interviews in like really crowded places, right? I think it'll be too much like buzz and like loud stuff happening. So maybe at cafes, malls, and at parks, maybe a good idea. But in those crowded streets, from my understanding, I don't think I would be doing those one-on-one street interviews. So I'll see. But I'm curious too. Pete H. On my travels, my diet will be affected seafood, and eat it. Yeah, exactly. Seafood diet, right? I agree, bro. I'm the same way. um, Palm might get jealous of Samantha. Just kidding. Haha. Nah, I don't think there's any competition with anybody or jealousy. Mega physics vloggers meet up with regular guy. Period. Yeah. No, 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 no. Negativity on this channel. Alhamdulillah. Yeah. Yeah, no negativity, guys. It's all fun and games. Okay, so 2 hours. That's it, guys. We're going to end this stream. My throat's drying up. My water's running out. My time is getting to 2 hours. That's usually my limit, unless people have questions. Flying out to Toronto, or because of flights are very expensive now, a lot different when you left 2 years ago. Yeah, so this trip would have maybe cost me half the amount. So it cost me around $1,000 just to fly one way to India, which isn't too bad, to be honest. But flights are getting really expensive to go anywhere. So yeah, definitely something to keep in mind. Try to save miles and more while traveling. I've never gotten into like miles and all that. I should look into that stuff, but I'm too lazy to look at air miles, and then you got to use it with specific airlines, and I don't know. So I'm not really big on that. But thank you, Lena, for the suggestion. It's not a bad suggestion. I'm just a lazy guy when it comes to specific things that don't interest me, like miles. Um, Muhammad enjoyed my meeting with Calvin from Sunshine Shoulders. He's knowledgeable. Also, Dorcas, she's hype. Yeah, everybody's. That's what I'm saying. Calvin, I met him twice. I went to his place. I forgot all about Calvin. He's a great guy. Like, I don't know why some of the channels really. Yeah. Anyways, he's a great guy for sure. You're resourceful. I am. Water Lily said, "When you are going to, well, see, this is why we gotta stop soon. I'm stumbling and mumbling my words like I'm drunk. When are you going back to here again in the Philippines, Alex? Because I missed the way you interviewed Filipinos on the streets. Well, Lily, I thought you were in Taiwan. What happened? If you want me to go to Philippines, what is here? You mean the Philippines or in Taiwan? But yeah, the Philippines, I will be back at some point. We'll be back at some point. I'll be back at some point, hopefully within the year. Yeah, it saves you a lot. Okay, Lena, I'll look into that. I'll see what my air miles is going to be with my credit card. Definitely something. Why not save if you can? Muhammad Kali said, let us know what the expense of India versus the Philippines. That's a good idea. Compare the expenses, right? People don't like comparison within countries, but whatever. We're going to do it. See what happens. Disha says, are software engineers paid well? Scope of IT in Canada? Yes. There's some of the, well, one of the best paying jobs is to do anything with software engineering and IT work, especially. Um, yeah, they pay really well for sure. Samantha says, yes, let us know the difference in cost. We'll do. And Pete says, Alex, I'm glad I caught you live, but now I'm lunchtime. Be safe in your travels. And yes, maybe we'll meet down the road. Thank you, Pete. Thank you, Samantha, Disha, Muhammad Kal, Alina, Water Lily, Pete, Alina, everybody. Metaphysics, of course. Willie from Wonderlust, Asia, Philip Massey, Marco. I can't go through all the names, but thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. I hope you guys are as excited as I am when I announce my vacation spot, which not vacation, my next destination, which is India. So yeah, guys, join me on my streams, join me on my videos. Feel free to comment, let me know your thoughts. Support me as you've been doing this whole time. I appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, do whatever you guys got to do to continue this journey of mine. And I really, really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I'll see you guys next time. Yeah, you're right. Muhammad says Palm is a software engineer. Yes, she is. And yeah, guys, that's it. I don't want to, but I think it's time to leave. See you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye, guys. See you.